Ugly, boy. I don't know what's going on with my hat. Hat game ain't right today, man. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, man. Listen, man. We here trying something new, man. It's 1 o'clock in the morning, and we live. Somebody just logged on with us. Two people just logged on with us. What we doing? We rolling. Thought I was the only one up. Three and the light. Footballville, man. We live, man. We can talk about some of the stuff going on in sports. Period. What up, Lewis? What's going on, bro? Lewis, what you doing up? New y'all tell me. Let's start. Let me know what y'all doing up. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. What y'all doing up? Let me know. Nightlife. New King said he don't sleep. 1 o'clock in the morning, man. Y'all up here ride with me. Well, listen, man, we finna talk about a few things right quick and get up out of here. Zion, bro. Did you watch Zion? Did you have a chance to watch Zion? Listen, if you didn't watch Zion because you don't have the channel, I put it in the description. You need to get Freedom Cast TV live. I mean, I got all the channels for $35, but that's something else. I mean, it's up to you. Yeah, hit me up in the description. Hit me up in the comments. Say you want info about the TV. I watched Zion on my phone, my second phone right here, and I watched him when I got home on TV. Watch all the NBA games, all the NFL games, all the pay per view, whatever. $35 a month, $45 a month, the coolest thing ever. Appreciate that, Lewis. I hear that. I hear that a lot, man. I get that a lot. Um, I mean, but things have changed, man. I mean, just like things changed from when our parents was playing football and then we played sports, and our parents say, "Oh man, we wish we had rivals, and we wish we had all we had was a newspaper." I mean, so things change now. It's wide open when it comes to exposure. To be honest with you, man. I mean, so yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying. You say get the kids to the U. Listen, man. I mean, if I was at the day in Broward All Star practice tonight, I mean the situation is also it's kind of crazy, man. There's so many kids out here, bro. There are kids out there. There are kids out here that it was a kid there tonight from South Dade. I forget his name. Nobody could block him. He waited late to take the test. He's waiting to take the test right now. He's supposed to be going to Kansas or something. But there's kids out here everywhere, especially in South Florida. These kids they go to schools for different reasons. I mean, it's funny that you guys say, "Hey man, get the kids to UM," but UM can help itself. All UM has to do is win. All UM have to do is win. No, these kids have never seen University of Miami good. No, they haven't. My daughter once asked me, she's at Howard University now. She asked me, she said, we and her mom was talking to my stepdaughter. Me and her mom was talking, and we told her University of Miami used to kick people ass, man. He was good. And she laughed at us. She laughed because she has never seen University of Miami good. And so some of the high school kids, but what they have is their uncles. You saw me talking to Savion, what his name is, Savion Bird, one of the best O linemen in the nation. He said, yeah, man, he want University of Miami to contact him because his uncle, he grew up a fan. He said something like he grew up a fan, his daddy was a fan, and he grew up a fan. In Miami, their uncles and their granddaddies are fans, so the kids are kind of fans. They watch the games. University of Miami just need to be, yeah, Sevion Bird. University of Miami just need good. Go watch the interview I got with him. University of Miami just need to win games. That's it. They need to win games. If they can win games, they can get more players. But I don't think the players are the problem. We're not gonna get into that tonight though. But yeah, man, Zion Williamson, man. I mean, listen, the man did nothing for 3 quarters, bro. The man did nothing for 3 quarters, and then all of a sudden hit like 4 3 pointers in a row. I mean, the kid is just he's touched. He's touched. He's almost as if he was placed here to play ball. He looks out of shape, but I just think he's a physical specimen that we've never seen before, like LeBron was, like Wilt Chamberlain. Like Shaq. I just think he's something we've never seen before. But he has to stay healthy. Yeah, did mean a lot to the older folks. Yeah, Lewis. I mean, you're right. You're right. You're right. I mean, if you guys understood the recruiting process and so much goes into it with these kids, like as soon as a kid decommit, you guys jump on them and be like, "Oh man, he running from he running from competition," and that'd be the funniest thing to me because you can't run from competition anymore. It's competition everywhere. Um, you may have more opportunity somewhere, but then there's more competition in other places also. You're trying to tell me Lingard left less competition to go deal with more competition. Think about that. Lingard left an empty backfield and a couple of freshmen to go deal with Naquan Ryan and whoever else Florida got in the SEC backfield. So I mean, it's not always those things. Yeah, I think he may have to drop weight, KT man. That may be a problem. That may be a reason why he's getting injured, man. But I just think the man can't relate because, like I said, he's an outlier. We've never seen him before. We have nothing to gauge him against. Um, Unreal. I mean, the kid is unreal. If you haven't seen it, man, go check out the highlights. Buddy did nothing for 3 quarters, and the fourth quarter there is about to take him out because he was only getting 20 minutes a game, and he went off. Brought the team back from down like 12, and they took the lead. This is crazy, but they had to take him out of the game. Long are they left because he didn't have faith in the O line. He was afraid of getting hurt again. I mean, him being afraid of getting hurt again, he's gonna have to get over that. I don't care where he play at. I don't care where he play at. He's gonna have to get over that. I was with Najee Davenport the other day, and Najee Davenport was telling me how for a long time, I mean, it's hard getting over those injuries, um, and how he had to buckle down and just tell himself, "Screw it. If I get hurt, I get hurt. I mean, but I got to get out here and play. I ain't gonna have a job." So that thing is mental, man, and it's starting to make sense to me now with the Lingard thing. The comments they used to make about him last year when we be on the road and we don't see him and warm up or whatever. The comments they used to make about his head and he got to get his head together. It makes sense now. It all makes sense now. But listen, the Ed Reed thing, man. The Ed Reed thing is interesting because Ed Reed, I had a chance to be with Ed Reed about 2 weeks ago. Um, no, never spoke to Avante Williams. We was gonna reach out to him and see if we can get up with him. We was at Under Armour. Funny thing happened at Under Armour with Deion Sanders was a coach at the Armour All American game. Ed Reed was the other coach. Deion has been doing it for a while. Funny thing, Deion was talking and he was telling the kids, "Hey man, you see somebody walking around, ask some of these adults questions, man. Ask some of these former players a couple questions. We know y'all don't know everything. I mean, ask them a couple questions." Then he was looking and there was Pac-Man Jones over there with his kids, and he was like, I put it on Twitter. Deion actually retweeted it on Twitter too, and he was like, "Hey, ask that guy," pointing at Pac-Man Jones. He said, "Ask that guy. He done tried everything." He said, "No, ask that guy. He done did everything. And if he ain't did it, he done tried it. He the hood Bible." Man, it was so funny, man. But I bring up the Under Armour thing because but it and that comment, it was all love, bro. Deion Sanders went right over there, and you can see it on Twitter. Went right over there, started braiding his daughter's hair, man. It was all love. You have to understand the culture. That's all. Um, but the Ed Reed thing, man. This is why I bring up Under Armour camp because Ed Reed was one of the coaches, and we went live before the game started, and we were live at a few practices. I got a couple of videos at practice. I'm gonna tell you this: Ed Reed, Ed Reed really wants to coach. I mean, I don't know if this is new to me or new to if you've already known this or whatever, but Ed Reed, if you wonder what it is behind me, that's the Make a Play banner, man. The Make a Play Footballville banner. But Ed Reed was enthused to be helping those kids. He was he was injecting energy into those kids. He stood out there at that Under Armour when that game started and they was calling out his team. You can see it on my live. Go to live, Under Armour, Footballville, whatever. He hugged every kid that came out of that tunnel on his team. Every last one of them. Listen, he was teaching, he was fiery the whole week. Every wants to coach. And if this is what I'm guessing, they bring every the chief of staff or some trash like that because they eventually gonna convert him into a coach on that field. He really wants to coach. And there's a few guys, man. There's a few guys. There's a few guys that want to help out. They do. They want to help out. I don't know if they want to run around and fly around and recruit and all of that and long days, but they really want to help the program. Like Big Mac. What his name is, man? Big Mac, the offensive lineman, man. He wanted to help. Always partying with the party bus. Philip Buchanan. Philip Buchanan has reached out to the University of Miami. He's very passionate about the program. I know. I know firsthand. I talked to Phil a lot. Phil would like to help the program. There's a couple of those guys, man, that would really like to help the program. Holloway, man, if you were Holloway, you a huge fan of me, bro. When you gonna have me on the show then, man? Well, nah, man, you doing a good job, bro. I mean, I hear you talking about American and stuff. We gotta get up and talk, man. And see if we can do something together, man. Link up together. Um, we can only help each other become stronger, man. Pull each other up to become stronger. Maybe create something big, man, that they can't stop, bro. Um, Brian McKinney, yeah, Brian. I forget Brian McKinney. Brian McKinney used to be the introduction to the Footballville videos. He'd be like, "This big Brian McKinney, Brian McKinney, I want you to give a shot at the Footballville." But yeah, Brian McKinney, man, these guys really want to help the program. Like, even if it's not like coaching every day, the regular role of coaching every day, like create like a support system or something that they can come in or 1-800 call my officer line. The guys want to help. I just know they want to help. They tell me all the time, bro. I'm just saying, bro. Like, listen, I see your show. You got your call-in thing going on, wholesome. You got your ticker at the bottom, man. It's clean, man. You guys do a good job. But let's sit down, man. Let's talk, man. Let's see if we can create. Maybe we can create something big. You say you'll be home. Where you at? Miami should bring all the ex-players in that want to help. That would be smart move. Yeah, I guess Lewis, but I don't know, man. I don't know if we hear this all the time, man. We hear Manny was down with it. I just know the guys want to help, but I also know that the way the game is played or the way University of Miami plays the game is not always the way that those older guys play the game. I hear it firsthand. I mean, some of the things they do, the older guys don't understand why they do things the way they do at times. So maybe they don't want to conflict the interest. Maybe they don't want them teaching them something that they didn't teach, or maybe they don't want them undermining their new coaches and these guys are Hall of Famers. I don't know, bro. Um, but I'm hearing this Ed Reed stuff may be happening. Uh, we'll know a little more tomorrow. But I'm here to tell you, though, Ed Reed wants to coach. Ed Reed wants to be involved with the game, very enthused. I was told he was always that way. Um, Ed Reed wants to coach. He really do. Oh man, see what we got going on. Y'all see the Footballville make a play banner back there, man. Our next make a play tournament in Miami. Y'all know only 7 on 17, man. Make a play 7on7.com. Oh man, you about to be a coach, man. You about to be running around recruiting kids too, bro. Holla at me. I help you get some kids, man. Yeah, K Lloyd. I don't know if they gonna want the pass to come back. Lewis Banda. I think Banda is a fiery guy, positive guy. But yeah, I think Ed Reed in the I think Ed Reed will be a better coach because you can see the coach in Ed Reed. Hall of Fame or whatever, whatever. But you can see the coach in Ed Reed. You can see that he wants to be a coach. He's passionate about it. I'm surprised that man. Yeah, it's only 26 people, but I'm surprised at how many of y'all up, man. At 1 o'clock, at 1 o'clock with your boy. That's what I'm surprised at. If you watching, man, make sure you hit the subscription button and hit the alert bell. Lewis said, "Do you think we need another running back, probably out of transfer portal? Or is that kid from Columbus still available?" Oh, don't make me think about the kid from Columbus. Oh my god. Listen, man, I've grown to believe and understand that this is my philosophy that the way colleges recruit, the way when you at the University of Miami recruit, isn't this simple science. You think, hey, kid down the street, kid can play football, you give kid offer. It's not I'm realizing it's not it's not that simple, man. They have criterias, they have cookie cutter criterias um, that they want players to fit in, and then also they have you got to think about it. Like if you're a recruiter at University of Miami, your team just went 6-7, right? You may be, I know, right? Straight vamp like he was playing. Don say he was playing Call of Duty. Paris going to Ole Miss. Yeah, man. Ole Miss, SEC school, but he wasn't big enough for University of Miami. But so listen, you're a recruiter at University of Miami. You're on the coaching staff. It was all kumbaya. Y'all went 6-7. Next year they may be calling for Manny Head. You might be looking for another job. I think, man, these recruiters, man, I don't know. It seems as if they're recruiting not so much to make the current team better, but more on a personal level. Like I want to be the one that got the big fish to come. I'm the one that got Tyreek Stevenson to come to University of Miami. I'm the one that got Seven McGee to come to University of Miami and took him from Oregon. It's almost as if it's like it's some selfishness in it because they have to. If if Manny gets fired, they got to find a job. So it becomes like as a recruiter, it's just my philosophy. As a recruiter, I also need accolades. Like I would love to be the top recruiter in Florida. I would love to be the top recruiter in college football. So now I can always find a job because some of the stuff don't make sense. I mean, I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm gonna spit it to you guys raw. Don, I watched Don Chaney play at least 3 games this year. He didn't do much in those games. Now he was on a team. He was on a team that a horrible team. He was on a horrible team, but I seen Don Chaney play at least 3 times, and he didn't have great games in those games. I saw Henry Parrish play maybe 4 times this year. He had one bad game uh, against better talent, and I saw him set Deerfield on fire. I saw him have a decent game against Booker T. Washington, and I saw him set somebody else on fire. I can't think. I think Weston set him on fire. But Don Chaney in shorts and shirt looks like the Hulk, and Henry Parrish looks like a slot wide receiver with some meat on his bones. With some meat on his bones. Now, see, now wholesome. I'm not. This is what I'm not saying. I'm not saying that I would take Parrish over Chaney. I think Chaney. I think Chaney and his dad are about business. Chaney, no doubt in my mind, is a superb athlete, and I think he I think he is going to succeed at the University of Miami. Um, See, I have a barometer. I started this thing with Duke Johnson. So I started this with Duke Johnson. I never saw Duke Johnson get shut down. That's my ceiling. I never went to a game and left the game saying, "God damn, they shut Duke down today." Never. They never, nobody shut Duke down. I don't care if it was win, lose, or draw. Yeah, he is a great person and student. Um, so that's my barometer. Like I said, I saw Cheney have some bad games this year. I saw Henry Parrish have a few, but I think he was dealing with. I think Henry Parrish was dealing with some injuries this year at the beginning. Um, so I once covered a running back that never got shut down. State championship, they got blown out, and Duke had 200 all-purpose yards. I was close to Duke. I know Duke personally, so that's how I gauge backs. Probably the best back I ever saw play in high school football. Now I started slotting everybody in under there. Cheney, like I said, is a specimen. Like you can't teach what he has. His daddy is a big guy. He's a workaholic. I seen him get it done as a younger kid. Anthony was good. I seen him get it done as a younger kid, sophomore. I just think him and his dad not so much shut it down, but I think it was understood that we're gonna go out here, we're gonna try to win this game. We're gonna go out here, we're gonna try to get some yards. You can get five, get five. You can get seven, get seven. Get down. We're gonna make it to the next platform. And that's kind of what I saw. This is just my assessment. That's kind of what I saw. It was like business. We're gonna go out here, we're gonna give our best, and then we're gonna chill. We're gonna go out here and give it back. Because it's not like he didn't give. It's not like he was out there, listen, with no, like, with it was just him. Berlin football team isn't that good anymore. Um, so that's what I saw. That's what I got out of it. But Henry Parrish, like Henry Parrish, is the type of kid like Tutu at where you have to find like you got to give a kid a chance. You can see it with your own. You don't even have to look at no stats. Like you can see it with your own eyes. He sticks out like a sore thumb. But for whatever what reason, I mean, hey, listen, it could be worse. Me and Najee told the Devontae Freeman story last week on the podcast. So it could be worse. I mean, it could be worse. Henry Parrish ain't the worst. I once watched a kid named Lamar Jackson and Tyler Huntley basically beg for a quarterback. You won't offer. I mean, so it can get worse. It could be worse. Yeah, Berlin wasn't that good. Where Dalvin Freeman and Yuri on that list. I mean, Dalvin Cook was one of the most dynamic backs I ever saw play. I got a chance to interview Frank Gore and spend a day with Frank Gore last week. If you ask anybody, hands down, they say Frank Gore the best back ever to play in Miami history. But I never saw him play. I never saw him play with my own eyes. I was in the United States Marine Corps. Um, my boy Najee Davenport. We do a lot of work together and stuff. He I saw his film and that was chilling to watch. Like him two something, 4'4", 4'3", running around, running people kids over. But I never saw Najee play. I was in North Carolina. I never saw Willis McGahee. He played in high school. Duke Johnson is the best high school running back I ever saw. Martin say the spread offense. Let's go. Footballville on the defense. What is the hardest position to develop? Linebackers, defensive backs, defensive line. When you say hardest position to develop, I mean I don't know if it's hard if you got the right coaching staff, man. If you have the right coaches, somehow somehow Butch Davis has a knack of hiring the right coaches. Butch Davis isn't some super recruiter like they say. It's not that he's some super recruiter. He brings coaches around him that are certified, real deal, going to eventually have their own program type coaches. And whatever system it is he runs, they develop kids. They take kids from threes and fours, and then you leave fives. Um, so I don't think it's a hard thing now in South Florida, I mean, I think playing defensive back is like playing quarterback in California. It's so much defensive back training and iron sharpening iron going on with these kids as they're coming up. I think some of those stuff, defensive back, wide receiver, running back, I think some of that stuff is just our culture down here. Um, you'll be surprised how good some of those kids are on that team. Mark Pope, Wiggins, if they had some competent coaching, like you'll be surprised how good some of those dudes are, man. I'm being honest with you. Yeah, I mean, the Air Reed thing, man. We hearing it may happen, but like I said, what I wanted to tell you guys is that Ed Reed looks like he really wants to coach. Like he looks like he really wants to be involved with coaching, and I think they can bring him in on that level, and then eventually they'll sneak him on the field to coach eventually in the future or something like that. I think that happened already with one of our chief of staffs or whatever. But Ed Reed at the Under Armour camp was very enthused to coach those kids. He was all in it. Like I said, before the game started, you can go on my live type Under Armour in 2020 Footballville. He hugged every kid. We was live. Every kid on his team, he hugged them before they came out and ran on the field. He was fired up with the position. Dion was more laid back. He had did it a few times. But I think Ed Reed really wants to be around the game. I just think he has passion for the game, bro. I was told by some other players that Ed Reed was always a coach on the field. They always knew he eventually was going to end up being a coach. What position is harder to translate to college coming from high school? I mean, I would have to say linebacker, right? I mean, I would think it's linebacker because now you're running from a kid hitting kids to kids hitting men. But I don't think anything is hard. Like, I don't think it's hard when there's a system in place. Like, when there's a winning culture in place. I got a homeboy, Cyrus Williams. I don't know if y'all remember him. He came in with Tyrone Moss from Ely High School. And he always says, man, coaches, it ain't coaches that play the game. It's players that play the game. And he doesn't think that he doesn't think that it's coaching that wins that get that. He think it's the players. He think it's getting the right players. But the only reason he thinks that, and I tell him, is because when you got to University of Miami, there was a winning culture in place. The seniors was telling you what to do because they knew how to win. And I tell him that. So his experience in college football was that, no, the players police the players. That's how you win. But it has to be a culture in place, some system in place that's been going on for 1, 2, 3 years, so the players can police the players. So no, it starts with the leadership, bro. I was a United States Marine, and it starts with leadership. It starts with leadership and the right leadership. That's what it starts with. Tucker, you say tell that to Phil Jackson of the world. Where you at that, Tucker? Phil Jackson had the chance to coach greatest player, two of the greatest players to ever play basketball. Um, that's funny you say that because that's the same place me and Cyrus Williams go into when we start talking about these this conversation. We go right into the Lakers, Phil Jackson. It's not Phil Jackson's fault that he had a chance to coach Michael Jordan. It's not. But I tell you this, Michael Jordan got his ass kicked for a long time. Kobe got his ass kicked too. I mean, they said the same thing about Miami Heat coach. What his name is? I'm about to call him Tony Sperano. The Heat coach. Oh, anybody can coach LeBron and Wade. Well, I always say, listen, man, just because you got a bunch of stars don't mean it's easy to coach. They're not easy to coach. You still have to come up with a philosophy to make everybody happy. It is not easy to do. But look what he's doing now. Eric Spoelstra. Look what he's doing now. With a bunch of kids. The man can coach. Stop giving credit to the players, man. Stop. I can't stand this giving all the credit to the players as if that as if the coach had nothing to do with it. I mean that we're gonna say Phil Jackson wasn't a genius. Yeah, supposed to. Like so, it was like so because like I said, Michael Jordan got his ass kicked for a while. It took you a while to see that Spo was elite. Spo was a kid coaching the best players in the NBA. Udonis Haslam, he tells a story about Udonis Haslam fucking knocking the pad out of his hand, and bro, that couldn't be easy, bro. LeBron didn't believe in him at first. It couldn't be easy. I knew Spo was the real. I knew Spo was the real deal. Now he got a bunch of kids. They just went overtime with the Wizards and scored 134 points. The man can coach. Phil Jackson, that's not his fault he had Michael Jordan. It's not his fault he had Kobe. But the bottom line is when you win at the elite level, when you win in the NBA, I don't want to hear no excuses, bro. Like, I don't want to hear any excuses. Bring on the Memphis Grizzlies, and the Memphis Grizzlies will go around the world beating the shit out of people. You know what I'm saying? Because they're that good. They're professional basketball players. So when you win on that level, I don't like to hear. I don't like to hear those comments. Oh, he had the best players, so he was able to win. Man, there's a lot of great players in the NBA. They don't always win. They don't always win. He learned from Pat Riley, exactly, exactly. But no, that's not. Bill need to come to Miami and stop playing. I think Bill had a good game tonight, didn't he? But yeah, man, that Zion Williamson, man, it's an outlier, bro. He's something we never seen before. We gonna try to put him in a. We're gonna try to put him in a column and say, oh, he this and that. I just think I don't know if he's gonna lose much weight. I just think he's a physical specimen. I think he hit 4 3-pointers tonight in like a minute. So we thought he couldn't shoot. Maybe he developed a shot while he was hurt a couple months. Um, the, but the Warriors was winning without Durant. Durant just got added on. You know what I'm saying? But even with that, I don't know who created it. I don't know if it was Mark Jackson or if it was Kerr, but that system that they created when they was like, okay, we just gonna throw threes up, and eventually you guys won't be able to add up with our threes with your twos. I mean, that was brilliant, bro. That was new. That was new basketball. I mean, it kind of came from overseas. I mean, it kind of came from overseas, that type of philosophy. But even that, creating that system for the little red guys running around, Curry and the other little red guy, having a system to like, man, just let them shoot and let them shoot from anywhere, and eventually they're gonna shoot you out the gym. That was groundbreaking new basketball. Um, so even that, like, even creating that Klay Thompson, yeah, even that is like you can't take the credit from Mark Jackson or Steve Kerr. Like the brilliance that went into that, the having the balls to say fuck it. Even though Houston coach that was at Phoenix, he been trying to tell us, hey man, just run up and down the court, don't play no defense, and eventually you outscore them. Well, I think LeBron, man. I also think I don't know. I just think it's the perception of LeBron sometimes. I don't think we actually know LeBron. Like I just think we have a perception of him. Um, and listen, man, I love LeBron. My first sport was basketball, actually. You know what I'm saying? I love LeBron. I think he's the greatest player ever to play the game. I don't. I've never seen anybody that big, that fast, with that IQ on the basketball court. Um, period. Like period. People say Michael Jordan the greatest player. Nah, 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 nah. But I tell people like this. Listen, and we're gonna shut this down in a second. But if you went to a basketball court, right, and you didn't know who LeBron was, and you didn't know who Michael Jordan was, and they was like, "Hey man, I got $100, you got $100," and you watching them warm up, right, and you saying, "Who you gonna put your money on?" Like, I'll give you a chance to put your money on one of them first. You don't know who they are. It's Michael Jordan and it's LeBron, but we don't know who they are. They no name. They just warming up dudes at a pickup court. You're gonna put your money on LeBron just by looking at him. Like you're gonna put your money on LeBron. You're gonna be like, motherfucker, 6'7", 245 pounds. And he out there doing windmills. You're gonna put your money on LeBron. And that's what I tell people all the time. LeBron is the upgrade of Michael Jordan. Like he is the upgrade. Like when we always thought he was scared to shoot a shot at the end of a game, it wasn't that. LeBron is a superstar that was able to defer to Kyrie Irving because he can still be a superstar without scoring points. He'll get it another way. He allowed Kyrie Irving to be Kyrie Irving and do his one thing that he's able to do and still at the same time dominate the stack. Colin. LeBron was able to create, Luka Doncic. Now, Luka Luka Doncic. Listen, man, I play DraftKings sometime, and Luka Doncic is off the charts, man. I got to sit down and watch him play, like visually watch him play, because I'm not sure this is what this guy is doing, but he's unreal. But back to LeBron. Listen, my argument with LeBron and Michael Jordan is LeBron can create a stat line that Michael Jordan can't create. If you go look at that year that LeBron played against Golden State, and he had the Aussie soccer player was his point guard. That I have a picture of those stats that he put up in each one of those games, and it's a stat line that Michael Jordan couldn't create. Michael Jordan couldn't have 18 points, 19 rebounds, and 15 assists. Michael Jordan's stat line always looked the same. It was a lot of points, some assists, a couple of rebounds. You know what I'm saying? LeBron is the greatest basketball player I ever saw play, and those are my reasons, bro. Listen, man, we're gonna do this Footballville thing more often, where we talk about different schools, not all the Hurricanes all the time. I'll try to get y'all a little hurricane insight every time, but we'll talk about different schools, different sports, different things like that, man. Trying to grow the channel, man, get the thing bigger. Um, Hopefully, man, holla at me, man. We trying to create something big, bro, and we all maybe can team up and create something bigger that has more oomph, more power. You feel me? Um, it, that will give us more leverage. You know what I'm saying? They ain't always got to be, hey, listen, you running in your lane, I'm running in my lane. Look at it like this: ESPN, Fox Sports, they all get money, but they all show the same footage. They showing the same highlights. You know what I'm saying? So let's get up, bro. Maybe we can do something, make something happen. What comment? I gotta get out of here in a second. What comment you saying? You talking about Anthony? Luka Doncic is a souped up version of Dirk Nowitzki. I gotta watch Luka Doncic play, bro. I haven't sat down and watched him play, but I gotta watch him play. Listen, man, we finna get out of here. We gonna try to do this more often. Um, yeah, Michael Jordan. KT, you probably 30, 45 years old, right? But yeah, I gotta sit down and watch Luka Doncic. Maybe I go watch his highlights. I got my other phone right here. Maybe I go watch his highlights or something. Listen, that schedule, that Hurricane schedule came out. We got 3 cupcakes, and then we got Michigan State at Michigan State. They probably finna skull fuckers. You know what I'm saying? We gotta get our stuff together, fool. Listen, man, this Hurricane team, I don't understand. I don't know, but we gotta get our shit together. We're gonna try to catch all of. We're gonna try to cover all the games this year. This year, I think we only missed the last game. We were at Pittsburgh, at North Carolina. So man, we doing it big. We just need y'all to follow, support. Go buy some hoodies. Look down there. Go buy some hoodies. So support what we're doing, so we can get around, travel. Um, Footballville, man. We out here, big dog. We stay out here. Let me see what Lashley talk about before we start predicting records, man. We gotta get in the spring football, man. Let's see what Lashley talking about. Yeah, we got 3x. They got 3x, bro. Um, yeah, if Lashley, like we got Lashley, bro. We got the quarterback King. I've been watching King highlights. King is a beast. Like if that can't help our offense, bro, like then I don't know what's gonna help our offense. We got Cam. We got the 2 young kids. It doesn't look like they ever gonna get a Gulliver kid a chance, man. He look like I don't know. They want him to get in the transfer portal. I checked the transfer portal tonight for when Hightower not in the transfer portal. I don't know why Hightower at. I hit him up. He a good kid, man. He type of kid that'll talk back to you. He ain't forget when he was coming up to me at camps and stuff. But I see he's not in the transfer portal no more, man. I hope Hightower come back, man. Man, Cooney could do whatever he want to do, bro. Cooney's that guy, man. Cooney's gonna be big time one day. But Footballville, man, we out here. We stay out here, man. Love y'all.